So strength training changes a ton as you go from beginner to intermediate and advanced. There's more than just one way. Like, obviously you're gonna get stronger and more conditioned, but the way that I look at it is the mental side of things really changes more than anything. I think the mental game is way more interesting than the physical game of strength training, in terms of why people make the decisions they make in the gym, in terms of their motivation to go to the gym. A lot of times you see, like, when you first start strength training, it's like the best thing in the world. You're going to the gym is incredible. You look forward to every session. And what you notice with lifters as you get more advanced is it's a grind. I think the best way to put it is the stronger you get, the harder it gets. And what I mean by that is a lot of people think, like, as you're getting stronger, the weights, they just feel easier, and going to the gym gets easier, and like everything becomes more of a, it just becomes part of who you are. And I think it's totally opposite. And speaking from experience with myself as an elite powerlifter, like, I can tell you 100%, for example, I deadlifted 535 at 132, and that meant that every time I went to the gym for a deadlifting session, I was going to be lifting at least 405, not at least pounds, if not more. And that's draining mentally, physically, emotionally, like knowing that you're about to go into a session that the first 45 minutes is just going to be loading the bar and putting a ton on it. So I think as you progress as a lifter, you have to pay attention to the mental side of things, the emotional side of things, and be aware that not every day is going to be your best day. And as you get stronger and better, you're going to have more shitty workouts. I think the major reason most people don't ever reach an advanced or an elite level of a lifter is because when they start having shitty days, they start thinking it's just not working, and then they quit. And because they're looking for the instant gratification of, why hasn't my bench gone up 20 pounds yet? Why hasn't my lift gone up, whatever? And it's the same when people try and lose weight and they are doing really well, but the scale isn't going down, and they get really pissed off. Well, what the fuck? Why isn't the scale going down? It's like, it doesn't mean you're not making progress. It just means the scale isn't going down, which is not a direct relation to actual, like, fat loss, whatever. Same thing with strength gain. Just because you didn't add 10 pounds to your bench press that session doesn't mean that you're not actually getting stronger. It means that day, in that moment, you didn't have it in you. But that's a very acute, to be blunt, ignorant way of looking at it. You have to look at the long-term perspective of, think of it like this. If you were to add 10 pounds to your bench press every month, which, like, really doesn't sound that much, 10 pounds to your bench press every month, at the end of 5 years, you would have over 600 pounds on your bench press. How many fucking people do you know who bench press 600 pounds? Not many. And that's the whole point, is people, they want to add weight constantly. It's not going to happen. As you get stronger, as you get more advanced, the weight increases are going to get smaller and smaller and smaller, and much further and further and further apart. Just so you know, if I add 5 to 10 pounds to my deadlift every 6 months, I'm stoked. So that's just, you have to be prepared for that, and I don't think a lot of people are.